I'm Bruce Hitchin. Today we're in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're going to be speaking with Ed Boblitt, who owns this gorgeous 1966 Ford GT40 Mark II. Now this is about as close as you can get to one of the original race cars that won against Ferrari in 1966. Now let's talk to Ed.
I enjoyed Carroll Shelby's cars. I've had 4 GT500s, and I had a Viper, I had an AC Cobra. They were all Shelby cars. And once I told my wife, well, I sat in one of these that had been raced and wrecked and repaired and was on tour around the United States at Ford dealers for sale. But it was a car you didn't have a title for, it didn't have a VIN number, and you couldn't drive it on the street. So it didn't make much sense to drive a car like that. That's in a museum, I'm sure, today, and it's a multi-million-dollar car. But I sat in that and I told my wife the story. I'd sat in one of the originals. And she had the owner of the race team that I went with track this car down. It was in storage in Nevada someplace, I don't even know where. But she found it, and it was a total surprise on my 75th birthday. And the best part about it was I got to pick the engine and the transaxle and the clutch in this car because they're built with no power plant. They're a rolling chassis. It was built in 2011, but the title is 1966 because it is about as close as you can get to the original 1966 cars you can get. It does have Carroll Shelby's autograph on the dash. It has a Carroll Shelby VIN number, and it's also in the Shelby registry as an authentic 1966 GT40 Mark II. And the Mark IIs are distinguished by the outside vents on them. I got Bob Bondurant's autograph on the dash of my car also. So I got Shelby's and Bob Bondurant's. And this car, this type of car, finished first, second, third in 1966 at Le Mans, and that angered Enzo Ferrari so much that he went to the FIA, the sanctioning committee for the Le Mans race, and got them to change the size of the engine. So in '67, Ford couldn't run a 427, they had to go to a 302. Ford also beat them in '66, '67, '68, and '69. So I've always had an interest in car. I went to Le Mans in 2016, 50 years after this car won in Le Mans, and 2016 was the to beat Ferrari again with the little Ford V6 twin-turbo EcoBoost engine. I went to Daytona in January to watch the inaugural race of the new V6 and the third version of this car. There have been 3. Okay, well, Ford did extremely well in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, beat Ferrari again. The company is in South Africa. It's called Hillbank, and the subdivision is Superformance that built this car, and they make 10 of these a year for worldwide sales. Only 10 a year, and it takes 9 months from the day they start until they roll it out. Push it out the door with no engine, no transaxle, no clutch. Same interior, same day, same instruments. The hood, the bonnets, they both fit on the original race car. The doors fit. The difference is this car has actually been enhanced. It's probably better than the original car in that this car has new competition Willwood racing brakes on it. It does not have bad brakes from the 60s, as you saw in the movie Ford versus Ferrari. I got to pick the engine. He gave me a list of probably 50 engines I could have put in here. This thing will take a 289, a 302, 351, 427 Roush or Coyote engine, all of them. I picked the all-aluminum Ford racing engine, which is actually more powerful than the original race cars. They both have 427 cubic inches. I have 650 horse. That's more, I believe, than the original car. So I got to pick that engine and that transaxle, and had to have the clutch made to match between the RBT 5-speed transmission, transaxle, and the engine. They found that the original car did not have this hole in the hood. Supposedly the hood was flat, and at about 200 miles an hour on a test track, it came off the ground. It wanted to go flying, so Ford engineers just cut this hole. Air comes through the radiator system here, forces the hood down, forces the entire front end of the car down. wife. She was in the insurance business, and she bought this car, does over 200 miles an hour. She's trying to kill me for the insurance money. No, that's not true, but she buys me crazy gifts. She found this car for me on my 75th birthday. It is street legal because the company in South Africa, Hillback, did put turn signals on it, and it has brake lights and that stuff. All the safety features that are mandatory are in this car. It does have a horn. Not many race cars have a horn. It's fun to drive. You get all kinds of thumbs up. I get honked at all the time. So it's just fun to be with and sit behind the car at cruisings and car shows and let the people enjoy the car and give them a history of what's behind this actual car. So. I can hardly wait to be 100. I want to see what I get.